And we're live.
Let's go.
Craziest thing just happened. We'll talk about what we're doing here because Andrew, you're gonna have to give a little explanation like you do every year.
Yes.
So not everyone might be used to this sort of stream, but big announcement as of 20 minutes ago. Hollow Knight Silk Song is getting a DLC in 2026 and it's free, and it has big impact on what we're about to do tonight. Honestly, I almost kept it to myself, but like I think it was such a shock that like I feel like I couldn't not read that out loud. You know, it's just like
that would have taken a lot of self-control to just sit with that for another like 10 minutes before we drafted.
Yeah, like I just I'm a dark horse, but like not like that, you know.
That's how confident Gabe is. He's like, I don't even need it. I don't need that type of heat.
I cannot believe that.
That's crazy. I cannot believe it.
I
was like,
all right.
Oh, man.
That is crazy.
Let's compose. We'll compose ourselves, and I will go through. Do you want me to go through what Fantasy Critic is?
Yeah, we'll go through what Fantasy Critic is while I'll do a little sound check. We'll do a recap on their year, obviously. Crown the winner, obviously, and then we'll start the draft. So hit it, bro.
Wow, sweet. Fantasy Critic is a game that we play every single year with this group. It is very similar to fantasy sports, most notably fantasy football, where in fantasy football you draft players, and depending on their stats, how well they do with their stats, you get points for their stats, and you do week matchups week by week. But in Fantasy Critic, we do the same thing, but we draft video games, but we're doing it over an entire year. So right now we're going to draft games that will release next year, and depending on how well that game does, how many points it gets on a site called Open Critic that kind of brings all reviews together for one like solidified score. Those points will go towards our total score, and at the end of the year, the team with the most points will be crowned the champion. Every point you get is based off of how many points above a 70 a game has, with double points if it gets above a 90, and if a game is below a 70, which rarely happens, but as we just looked recently at our league history, it has happened, you actually get a negative point. So we're going to set right now and draft 6 games for each team. And then throughout the year, you also are able to pick up games like on a waiver wire because you're given a dollar amount of $100, and you use that $100 throughout the year to bid on games on a weekly basis. So as new games are announced, or as maybe games get previews and you get confident in them, you can pick them up throughout the year and add them to your roster, with our roster totaling, I want to say 15 games.
12.
So yeah, 12 games.
Yeah, we draft 12? 6, 12. Pick up 6.
6. Yes, thank you.
You're good.
So that's Fantasy Critic. We're excited to be drafting. It is legitimately one of my favorite nights of the year. It's my favorite stream that we do every year. And yeah, it's actually, this is a cool year because it is our 5th year doing it. So it has really kind of brought this group together year by year. You know, our lives have changed in ways since we started this, which is always cool to see.
Our cabinets keep getting fuller.
Yes, the cabinets keep getting fuller. That is, I didn't get to that point yet. Now, every year, the winner is not just walking away with pride, although they are definitely walking away with that. They're also walking away with a mug designed by our very own Gabe, the graphic designer. He takes all of our names. You can see we got, there's our 3 previous champions. He takes
just 2 previous champions.
My bad. I meant the 3 championships to the 2 champions. Yes, thank you. He takes all of our team logos. Our logos are based off of actual publishers. We make a parody of publisher names. He puts them on a mug. He puts our points total, and he sends that mug to the winner. Now, I would hand this back to Gabe to talk about our 2024 winner, but that would be a little awkward for him because our 2024 winner, with a new record-setting 183.84 points, was, for the 2nd year in a row, our man, Gabriel Mergatio. Let's give it up for our guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank
so
you
that
very
makes
much.
it now,
Huge.
in 4 years, we've had only 2 champions. The first 2 years went to Christian. The next 2 years went to Gabe. Who will be the 5th champion? I'm praying it's someone with the name Andrew or Andy.
I'm happy that you're putting me in there with you.
Yeah, well, yeah, the Andrews got to stick together. Sorry, Garrett. it's an Andrew pack. It's an Andrew pack that goes back a millennia. Okay,
That's crazy.
Okay.
Many
Anyway,
days.
that is the explanation of Fantasy Critic, where we're at. So yeah, anything that I left out? Do you want to make a speech as the champion?
Do
Gabe?
you
I
want to
mean, it
go
feels
through
only
briefly everyone else's scores and a little referendum on their
Sure,
year?
yeah. Yeah, let's do that. I'll go through the scores. If you want to pipe in and say something about your team, feel free to. Of course, we'll start with Gabe. He did set a record with 183 points. Team I believed. What do you got to say about that, Gabe?
First, I'll say that I did change my name mid-year because my first name was kind of booty jank, and then obviously I drafted. I think it was Blaze Light something. It was Haze Light, but
Blaze
like
Light 420.
yeah, something like that. It was lame. I'm not very good at coming up with names. But then obviously Silk Song. Well, then also there's lore to the whole Silk Song thing. I drafted Silk Song second pick. Jake and I have been going back and forth with Silk Song, and this was my year to draft it as the prophecy foretold. And I it so happened that I got lucky. Obviously, it came out this year because truthfully, it was 50-50 chance. So then I changed my name to Team I Believe. But yeah, I feel like this is a weird draft, to be honest. I feel like one of the biggest moves I did was sniping Mario Kart World because I mean, I think my draft was good. I mean, I got like Metal Gear Solid, Snake Eater like as my first pick, but that was one where I was like, man, I could have definitely grabbed that later on. I was very surprised by how well some things did. Like I thought Sword of the Sea, I was like, I don't know if that's going to do as well.
87 for that and Citizen Sleeper.
Yeah.
Huge.
Mafia, the Old Country, big blunder. I was like, man, that I got baited by a good trailer on that one.
Bro, Big Blur is like way overselling it. Getting points on your counter pick is totally fine. You did great.
That's fair. That's
not
fair.
a big deal.
Yeah,
I mean, I think the other big thing that it came down to my win was the fact that Fields of Mistra didn't come out. Because then I think otherwise I would have definitely lost out like at least 12 to 15 points. So
You also just had an insane average of game. You didn't have a single game below 80 other than your counter pick. That's crazy. That's a
Gabe,
crazy
you could have lost 40 points and still won.
Yeah.
that is wild. That's
It's almost like
It
you
was-
had 2 to
it was
3
huge.
extra great games on your roster. That's how good your team was this year.
God.
that's wild.
What?
Monumental.
Good stuff.
Every
Run it
every
back.
single one of your games released, you got every single pick got you positive points.
That's big. That's big.
I think I dropped, I had 10 jutsu at one point. I don't know how many people know this story because I think I told maybe Andrew and Christian at some point, but one random weekend, it's Saturday, I'm checking Discord and it says that someone drafted some games. I'm like, oh, who drafted some stuff? And it so happened that I had accidentally drafted 10 Jutsu and Sword of the Sea. I think I just kind of had them sitting there because I was like, oh, like I want to get them, but then I was like, I could wait, and I just forgot to take them off. And so I mean, Sword of the Sea worked out, but 10 Jutsu like never came out, obviously, so I just dropped that. Anyways, I just thought that was funny, but are you going? Alarian says, "Are you going to share everyone's drafts anywhere?" Yeah, the league is it's public for you to follow, and you also have this vid to go watch later as well. So cool.
All right, sweet. We'll move on to our number 2 team. Yes, a whole 40 plus points behind Gabe. At 142, though, 142.49, because every point, every decimal counted this year. With Garrett. Congratulations, Garrett, on second place. Do you have anything you'd like to say to the people?
Gabe 100% made a negotiation with the Warp Chaos Gods to dethrone me from my assured victory this year.
It's so true. I mean, we
I
really
am
thought
coming
Garrett was
back
coming
with a
in so
vengeance.
hot, dude. Like, yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I have to point
Everything
out.
started going downhill after our mid-year catch-up glaze Garrett.
It's
We
so
glazed you too
true.
hard.
It's so
Glazed me too
true.
hard and everything started going wrong right after that.
Yeah, it's so true. I think it's wild that Garrett drafted Clear Obscure Expedition
and Blueprints.
33 as, what is it? Is it 5th or 4th? I can't tell.
6th pick.
That's crazy.
No, fifth. You're right.
That is so
Fifth pick,
crazy.
that's
Like we
wild.
all
and we were all
blew
like,
that.
I don't know. We were also unsure.
Yeah,
There it is.
that's crazy. Game of the year.
And Little Nightmares gets 1 point, and then the next one's Blueprints gets 20 points. So I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, Little
Yeah.
Nightmares was a huge.
That is pretty wild. I mean, if you hadn't, you had 142 was a 0 and a -10. Like that's pretty impressive in my mind.
A 0, a 1, and a -10. That's, yeah. You had
some
really
big
scores.
hitters. So
I'm not going to talk too much from fifth, but if Garrett hadn't spent all his money at once,
it's so
I
true.
think this is maybe a different conversation. Him
Probably
and
right. You're probably
him
right.
and Andrew, right? You guys both had 0 when you didn't need to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could have easily gotten another game at the end of the year, and I wasn't able to.
Always save a dollar.
Okay, with that, the next person up would be me in third place with 141.85. So I lost second place by less than a point, which is a big deal for me. One of my things with this is that I have gotten second place every single year we've done it, 3 years in a row, and I just barely missed it this year. So it's like half my personality, and now that's gone. So I'm basically a shell of myself. I had a good year. I was pretty happy with my year for the most part. Yeah, I was on the podium. That's cool, I guess. But you know, I had some good games. I had Split Fiction. I had Donkey Kong, Absolum. I was really proud of Shinobi Art of Vengeance, Ball X Pit. So
Shinobi Art of Vengeance that was such a crazy pick because you got that for $1, 17 points. I felt like you sniped that. Like I don't know that anyone was really looking at that. So that was
I think my two downfalls were I counterpicked Outer Worlds 2, and it was like I was towards the end, but it really like actually I don't even know if I was towards the end. I don't really remember, but it just was a bad counterpick. Obviously, it got me -13. And then the biggest gaffe that helped me from getting second place, because nobody was really even close to first place, was getting Mina the Hollower, and then that very last minute delay meant I got no points from it, and even though I had money. Or I could have dropped it, but I had no money available to get another game when I could have. And that's why I got third place. So it's another lesson that we learn every year to try and save some money. Even for the last month and a half, you could still use it. So,
you know what's interesting about that?
but,
Just want to call it out is that it never Mina doesn't have doesn't have the little calendar X next to it. So I don't know if you could have dropped it.
I think I might have still had a super drop actually. So
really?
even a bigger egg in my face if that's the case. No, I didn't. You're right. So I guess I couldn't have dropped it. That makes me feel a little bit better. Thanks, Christian.
Yeah.
You needed that.
Yeah,
All right,
it was never
that
fully. Yeah.
Which is crazy because it said it was delayed indefinitely, so that feels wrong. But whatever.
Right. Yeah. It's kind of missed up.
Andy got fourth place, only 6 points behind me, which goes to show. I mean, truly, between second to sixth place, we were all very close. Andy was at 135.53. What you got to say about that, Andy?
Yeah, I was pretty happy with this one. Rhythm Doctor, I felt like was going to be a great pick, but it got reviewed by IGN and nobody else, so that was a weird one.
That is so weird.
Yeah, and then other than that, though, I got Skate Story did really well at 84. Unbeatable started out strong, and then it slowly dwindled. I think I was in second place when Skate Story first dropped, and then I think it was an 83 or an 84 or something. And then yeah, but I think my strategy this year worked out pretty well. I actually just kind of
You had a lot of high scoring games. Yeah.
Yeah, Deltarune went out well. Pokemon Legends, I was hoping for more from that, but then the more we saw from that, I was like, ooh, yeah, it's not great. And then Wolf Among Us 2, that was a long shot. Lies of P, the DLC, that did well. Arc Raiders.
That's crazy. That was crazy.
That one turned out
Great
87.
pull, dude. Great
Yeah,
pick,
that's insane to me.
That's a bold pick too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a multiplayer extraction shooter, but I was I played it. I was it's pretty good. Then everyone it had gotten it was getting different reviews than the other extraction shooters, and the chat around it was pretty good. Dying Light the Beast, again, favorite. But other than that, nothing else too crazy. But I'm just annoyed at that Rhythm Doctor. If Rhythm Doctor had gotten,
I know I've actually seen a lot about that game, on Blue Sky and stuff. So I am really surprised by that. That's really weird.
Oh well, but yeah, 136. I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah. All right. Next up in fifth place, avoiding last by the skin of his teeth at 129 points. So again, only 6 points behind Andy. So we were very clustered right there. Was Christian. This was a little bit of a fall from grace for you. What do you have to say for yourself?
Not a fall from grace. Not
It's
so,
true.
The whole goal of this year was not to get back-to-back
Oh, that's
last
right,
after
yes.
back-to-back first. And that is what happened. I did not get back-to-back last. So I achieved my goal of surviving the embarrassment of going from absolute winner
Dominations.
to complete loser. Last year was a fluke. This year's 5th. I'm just slowly working my way back up. I think I have a good shot.
Jake is in shambles right now.
Jake is infallible when it comes to caring about this kind of stuff. So I'm happy that he's the one that ended up there.
I'm a good person to be in last place.
Yeah.
I feel
He just
like
goes,
I feel
"I'm
like
bad at
last
fantasy
year.
critic."
I want to say. Well, I'll say this when we move on to Jake's, but I have something funny.
Yeah. Okay, some big highlights. Hades 2, the best game of the year. So still got it.
We
Just,
kind of thought you were crazy
drafted
for
the
doing that
best
too. I
game.
remember I thought I was like, I think not like you're not out of your mind, but I was like, I think you're a little crazy.
Yeah. Lost it with the Yakuza. Didn't realize it was kind of their B team. And then Morsels was a big surprise. Like,
Huge
honestly, that
surprise.
was just a big art. Felt like the art was really great and was excited about the art, and then just got let down by it. And I think the biggest lesson I learned this year was DLC releases. Like, if you look at the rest of my list, it's honestly not bad. 83, 82, 87, 83, 85. But my 2 DLCs let me down significantly. Indiana Jones, 72. For a game that scored in the 80s, again, and Chained Echoes, a game that scored in the 90s, got a 78. So I'm kind of being way more cautious about like my DLC picks now and trying to really think about whether that's worth it to me or not. That's the biggest thing for me this year, but just happy to not get last and to move on to 2026.
Love that.
All right, that leaves last place to our guy Jake at 114.7. Again, not that far off from the rest of the pack. It wasn't like we've had years where the last place is like way off. That was not the case this year, but still last place. Jake, what do you have to say for yourself?
I think that I drafted not terrible, but everything was just kind of mediocre, and it led to me getting last place. I think I got a little screwed by GTA 6.
Yeah, I mean,
which
Jake had
I was
GTA
able
6
to
as his
get in the
first.
draft.
Yeah.
So that was like the big disappointment of the year.
Yeah.
And then
Night
the
Rain
other
being a
things on my
10 is
list,
crazy to me.
yeah,
Agreed.
the other things on my list I think were kind of hit by poor performance. Rematch launched without crossplay, which is just insane for that kind of game. I think First Berserker Kazan, Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, Stone of Madness, and even Rematch all kind of had performance issues, which was frustrating. It seems like they would have gone up 3-4 points per game if
I agree.
if they launched in a playable state, and all 4 of those games kind of just weren't either buggy or bad performance, and I think that was just a little disappointing. So,
And I remember Stone
it
of
was
Madness,
early on this.
that was one where like I remember it was not on my radar at all, but then when we looked into it, I was like, damn, that looks really good. I was like very surprised by that. So
Yeah,
surprised by
So I
Battlefield
was excited
6
for that
too.
game. And it was terrible.
Can you speak to SpongeBob?
I was excited for it. I think at that point, I knew I
Hail Mary.
wasn't gonna do anything. So
I
I
don't
lost
think
a
best case
big
scenario would have been
war.
that like the 2 smallest indie outlets in the world just gave that a 9. Or the 3
Yeah,
smallest indie outlets in the world give it a 9, and that's it. And holy shit, can you imagine? And then Jake just got
Lost
like a
a
fucking
big
90 out of nowhere.
Bid war in like
I would have come in last.
That's crazy.
Like I bid on Bonanza and Mario Kart, and Andrew just sniped me on the calculus of like, I think I lost 2 tiebreakers on bids this year to
Yeah.
timing. This tiebreaker on bids is whoever put the bid in first, and I bid the same amount as Andrew on Bonanza, and he did it a day before I did, so I lost that tiebreaker, and then I lost another tiebreaker somewhere this year. That was just I would not that I'm good at this, because I'm historically pretty bad at Fantasy Critic, but I think that it was a little unlucky for me this year.
Well, you did. What was the other game you had? You had the Bazaar, or was that Christian? No,
I had the Bazaar,
Yeah.
and that
I feel
just-
like you
that
have the sauce though. Like, and
came
even,
a shitstorm so fast.
I feel like
if you
you
know
have-
about the Bazaar,
yeah.
it went downhill fast.
I feel like you're good at picking up on like a lot of different games that like some of the rest of us like don't really know about. Maybe Christian's one that similarly to you, because you were on to like UFO 50, you were on to Balatro. I think you just got to shoot your shot. You were on to Balatro last year.
UFO 50? I think I also lost that bid to UFO 50, or was that last year?
No, that was last year. Yeah, that was last year.
I mean, do you want to tell them why that is, Jake? Like why we know about those games?
No, it's fine.
No, don't tell me.
Cool.
I mean, even if it's a streamer, I'm not gonna watch.
That's pretty much the reason.
Yeah, well, that's why I don't know about
pipeline from a
I
streamer.
don't really watch any streamers, so there you go.
Yeah.
Oh man, cool, good stuff.
All right. Well, with that out of the way, thank you everybody for participating in Storytime from 2025. We are ready to set the draft order for 2026. So, Gabe, if you want to pull that up for the stream, I have the power to set it manually, but every year I'm a good guy and I set it randomly anyway. This is a big year because I do feel like, unlike other years, or unlike last year, there's a very clear, I think, #1 overall pick. Maybe some people disagree with me, but that's just my opinion. So, with that out of the way, I will click to set the draft order randomly now.
Maybe I have to.
And then I will press start drafting.
Yeah, I'll refresh the page. All right.
Oh.
Garrett, Gabe, Jake, Andy, Andrew, and then me.
Man, congratulations to Garrett for getting the first overall pick. I'm super bummed about that.
Is this the second time that Garrett has been first?
Definitely has been first before. I'd love to see the stats on that, on who's been first in the past.
So
I think this is the second time Garrett's been first, because I'm pretty sure you were first before and got what do you call it? You got
Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, true. That definitely would have been the first pick that year.
Yeah. Wild.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Garrett.
All right. Well, that's exciting. That means
Save the thing,
I'm hoping
Garrett.
not.
Save the thing.
I was kind of hoping not to be first.
Say the thing, Garrett. Say the
This is such an
thing.
easy first pick. You got this.
Say
dude.
the thing.
How easy is it? Because it's not really. There's the name, right?
It
If
has
it
a
comes
date.
out, it's the best game of the year.
Yeah,
If
but
it comes
it's
out,
It has a
historically, it's
date.
the best game of the year.
You know what? I'm gonna trust the process.
Do not fucking give it to Gabe.
Grand Theft Auto 6.
I know. We're like, you should probably just tell him.
It's the right pick.
It's the
He
right
is going
pick.
with
You
Grand
have
Theft
to.
Auto 6.
You have to. You
with the
absolutely
first
have
overall
to.
pick. I think it historically always gets delayed twice, and that has happened now. I would be surprised if it gets delayed again. So good first pick. All right, you now have the opportunity, Garrett, to have the highest rated game ever in Fantasy Critic. I think this is the best.
Nice.
one to do.
Yeah.
So. Okay, that means now things get dicey. I feel like from here on out, there's a lot of options. Gabe is the next pick in the draft. Gabe, what will you be going with?
Okay.
There's so many options here. What is he thinking?
I am gonna go with a game. I think this is a little dicey, but I don't really think it's that dicey actually. The last game in this series got a 92, so I'm gonna go with Forza Horizon 6.
I
Yeah,
knew it was
That
gonna
was
be
my
Forza.
number 2.
Dude, a racing game is always a shoe-in. I love
Racing game. I'm usually the racing game guy because everybody always
Forza
is just
Horizon.
like avoids them, and then I end up picking them up late. But Forza Horizon 6 is hard to ignore. It doesn't have a firm release date yet, but I do think it's more likely to come out this year.
The other thing
That's what I was gonna pick.
the other thing that I learned
That's
recently
that is the sleeper like second overall pick for sure.
the thing I learned recently is that Xbox is going to have a direct in January, and they said that the Forza team was specifically going to be part of it. So I was like, you wouldn't say
Nice,
that if
love
there's
that.
not a date. So
Yeah, that's exciting. Okay, good stuff. We are on to the third overall pick, which belongs to, Jake. Jake, what's the third overall pick? Unfortunately, your name is now, it's fine, but you don't have the Rockstar game on Cox.
That's
Oh yeah, we
fine.
forgot to say our
Yeah.
names, so there's that too. We'll get
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
get back to that. Yeah.
yeah,
I told
we'll
Christian
get
I
back to
didn't
it on
want the
Instagram.
burden of having to pick GTA 6 in case it gets delayed. So
Yes.
I'm very happy to pick this game. I feel like there were more obvious picks and better, safer picks, but I think going third, I get to pick this game with no issue. I'm gonna pick Resident Evil.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
yep, that's a good one.
I like that for you.
Yeah.
Disagree.
We got some other people on chat
I think I would
saying
have picked Forza over that.
Gators fighting the Union. That's funny. Dobogian says trusting Microsoft won't find a way to apply their Midas touch. It's true. I'm wondering if like I typically have a rule that I don't draft any Xbox games, but I feel like this one's like an exception. And it's also reportedly set in Japan, right? That was part of the teaser. I was like, that's so sick.
It is.
Like,
it is set
on.
in Japan, which is obviously super cool. So.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. All right. That leaves the 4th overall pick to Andy. He could go so many places.
Oh man, I know. I'm like looking, and most like the ones I was gonna pick already got picked. You know what I'm gonna do?
What's he gonna do?
I just don't like the release date on that one's not. It doesn't have a release date, but that one's gonna be great if it comes out.
Also, I love that Garrett, before all of you got on, Garrett was like, yeah, dude, I haven't done like any research. So like, I honestly love that it worked out this way. And he just ends up with fucking like a fat 98. Like,
yeah, no, that, geez, GTA 6, that's crazy. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go Dustbloods.
Whoa.
Dustbloods, trusting in From Software.
Yeah, I always get absolutely bum-diddled by the non-release date ones, but we'll see.
I mean, that was going to be picked up pretty soon, so.
I think that does come out this year. I think the worry is that, the last multiplayer game they made was last year with Night Rain, and even though I think it's fantastic, it only got an 80.
Yeah, but this one's gonna get the Bloodborne bump. It's like practically
Well,
Bloodborne.
I think that's true, but I think actually more so it gets the Miyazaki bump. This game is directly made by Miyazaki himself. So,
what about Titus? Ask him too. I have you on the stream, Garrett, as Titus, obviously. Different picture from last year.
All right, that leaves me with the 5th pick. I'm very glad that this game is still available. This is what I was going to go with, and I was afraid Andy was going to grab it when he said there's no firm release date. I'm going to grab Marvel's Wolverine.
Nice.
I feel very confident that Sony's going to put this game out this year, and Insomniac is very consistent with high 80s, low 90s, and I'd love to have that as my first pick.
That's great.
I was looking at that one too. Yeah, dang, the list now is not as clear cut.
Yes, for sure. Which leaves Christian.
Pick. I get 2.
He gets 2.
A safe pick and a risky pick.
Snake draft.
007 First Light will be my first overall
Nice.
pick.
All right. Okay, he gets the release date, and
Very early
now that
date.
we've started the 2nd round, and the hype of the 1st round has died down a little bit. Now let's also add in mentioning our names for this year, since we didn't do that the first time.
Yeah, true. So, hey, what up? It's the Miiverse, aka Pooper Giant Games. This year, their slogan is "We spark games that." Sorry, we make games that spark your imagination, like the games you played as a kid. So I put "We make games that spark your intestines, like the games you played as a kid."
Which honestly fits so well. That's actually Super Giants is we make games that spark your imagination or something. That's so funny. I love that.
Cool. And I don't know if anybody, this is kind of.
Also, what's up, a dime
It's a risk because-
on the chat? How you doing?
Hello. Man, I'm between 2 games, but I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pull the Halo Combat Evolved remake.
Yep,
into
that's
my
a good
list.
one. That's a very good
Did not
one.
even have that one on my list. Wow.
That's a good one.
It is campaign evolved. But wait. It's right now it's tagged as a remake.
We're allowed remakes.
Yeah, we can't do remasters. We can do remakes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, sweet. It's
Campaign
Snakes.
Evolved.
Back to me. My name this year is a play on my previous names. Every year I am some form of Nintendo, fill in the O. Usually it was originally Nintendo, then Nintendo Schmo, then Nintendo Grow, but then Nintendo failed me and I did not get 2nd place again. So I've decided to buck the trend, and I'm going with Sega does what Nintendo Bron't.
Love
With a
it.
capital BRO. So hopefully Sega is my saving grace, which I've never really felt. So.
Sega is my saving grace.
I'm dead.
All right. There's a lot of good options here, but I love a good theme, and I was gonna go with Fire Emblem because of Nintendo, But as I just said, screw Nintendo. I'm moving over to the
Damn.
superior console of Sony and grabbing Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls.
Nice.
Doubling up on Sony, doubling up on Marvel. I think this game looks really good. And again, I feel very confident that Sony is going to put that out.
No one picked
So, yeah,
Saros
that's awesome.
so that Andrew can have a third Sony game.
just all Sony. And then I have to draft Marathon.
Sure he's
though.
gonna
So,
make it back to him.
give me Saros and I will draft Marathon. Think about that.
Oh, shit.
Oh, is that a guarantee?
That's a guarantee.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Fighting Souls is a good grab. I wanted that in my heart.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
game-
I knew that, Jake, you'd probably be looking at that too, because I'm personally, I'm sure you are too, very excited for that game, even though I'm not a big fighting game guy. It just looks so good. Okay.
Oh, we're grinding. We're grinding that game.
Yeah, we are.
Yep.
It leaves Andy with the second pick, and feel free to introduce your name, Andy. I love this one.
Oh yeah. So hi, my name's Andy. I'm Sandy Fall Twa.
That's so good.
Like Sandfall and then Expedition 33.
Love it.
Darn. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Do I go crazy?
There's still some good options out there.
I'm gonna go Neo.
Neo 3?
Neo
That's a
3?
good one.
Yeah.
Nice.
I
love
like
that.
feel like it's gonna be solid. Can't imagine it being. And then like
And it has a date. Doesn't it have a date, right?
yeah, February.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's
It's
nice.
gonna come out
Date.
soon.
Yeah, getting a nice date like
Feeling-
that. Yep.
Feeling solid about it. I don't think it's gonna break any 90s, but I think it's probably gonna be mid to high 80s. Hopefully,
Yeah.
I was just checking out Neo
Yeah.
2. Neo 2 is 85, so
Mhm.
Yeah, and
Neo
Neo
one-
it's
Neo
open
1 was
world
an
and
88.
everything. Yeah, I think that's a really good pick, actually.
All right, sweet. That leaves Jake.
Give me the
Jake.
Silk Song DLC.
What?
Oh, we forgot about it. Oh,
Oh.
shoot, I completely forgot about
my
it.
goodness.
So
Forget about
surprised.
it.
I was
I wanted
biding
some
my time.
Oh my
Oh
gosh,
my
we're
God.
so dumb.
That was
What's
waiting.
wrong with
Give me
you?
this. Thanks.
Honestly, I think I would have forgot about it myself. I'm going on my list.
Can you make it some like anime game as my placeholder? Like
No, I
Like,
actually have to put the name in.
Umama
like Danganronpa.
Sume song.
yeah, Uma Musume DLC pack. Like, can you make it like the most anime game you can find as my placeholder?
No, I have to type the name. The name.
I
of the game
Umama
in.
Sume on her song until I shaw. Someone laugh at that.
Oh, oops. Actually, my bad. I just put it in a
things
Silk
have
song
happened.
right now. And we will fix that later. But yes, Jake now has the
Christian, would you have drafted
freshly announced less than an hour ago Silk Song.
I know I
DLC.
had it on my list, but I wanted a few. You know, I'm being cautious with DLC.
that? It's
Being
true.
cautious with DLC.
It's true.
The
I
last two
think
games I got
actually
a
the-
90.
Do you think it get delayed too? There's a risk of that, but I mean, it's also like, I mean, it's Silk's not DLC. Come on.
No,
I don't think it gets delayed, but I know that Hollow Knight's. I don't remember Hollow Knight's DLC actually reviewing all that well. So there's something to think about.
True.
All right. Next up is Gabe. Oh, we forgot to introduce Jake's name. Jake, do you want to
Oh,
introduce
come
your
on,
name
yeah.
for us?
My name is Cockstar.
You hit it so perfectly because there's a little bit of our music. That was great.
All right, and now we have Gabe. And Gabe, please introduce your name as well, please.
My name is Triple Fine after Double Fine because I'm going for the triple, baby.
Oof,
Maybe.
I forgot.
We'll
I was trying to remember why it was Triple Fine, and now, yeah.
We'll see.
Great,
We'll see. We'll see.
great synergy,
Good
buddy.
combo.
Great synergy.
We'll see. Alarion didn't know that Neo 3 was in the making. This is low-key a great way to find out about games, actually. I feel
That's
like
actually
I do
literally
find
what
a lot of
Alarion
games
said.
Yeah, I find out about a lot of games like this. Man, there's the worst thing I am about this game is that I feel like I'm really bad at like guessing when other people are going to draft other games, and I feel like I draft things too early. So I'm trying to bide my time a little bit, save some things for later. You know. I am gonna go with a game that I probably won't play. Because I didn't play the last one, and it's not a me kind of game, but I do think it's going to score pretty well. And that is Vampire Crawlers.
A sequel to Vampire Survivors, right?
Yes.
Wow, dude, that's
Is it
that's
actually?
Oh, that's
I didn't know
oh,
it
nice.
existed.
cool.
Yeah, Vampire Survivors I think ranked pretty high, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
That's
original.
another heartbreaker for me.
I was like,
I
if
had
I don't
no
get it
idea.
now,
I really
don't know.
want crawlers.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, 88.
Vampire
Okay.
Crawlers.
Good pick.
Which leaves Garrett to finish the second round. Garrett, do it.
Start
Do
the
it for
third,
us.
right? But I guess I'll finish the second first. I'm picking up Saros.
Saros, nice. Yeah, I thought for sure Gabe was about to pick that up, but he did not. All right, Saros it is, and then that snake sound. Back to you, Garrett, for the third
Yes.
round.
I'm gonna pick up Control Resonant.
Ah,
Nice. He's just picking up all the big boy games.
no.
Let's go.
I'm actually gonna play Control for the first time over Christmas break this year.
That
Dude,
one.
I love that for you. That's great. Were you going to get Control Resonant with your next pick, Gabe?
Yeah, I think I probably would have picked it up now. I was kind of biding my time a little bit.
The question is, would Garrett have known about Vampire Crawlers? If you
I
waited
watched.
just 2 more picks.
It's true.
It's hard to tell.
It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Fortune's Weave doesn't have a release date, right? No. I mean, that'll
No,
probably
it's not.
come out
Don't
this
answer
year.
that. Nobody answer that.
No, because I would have had a release date on my thing.
I mean, you can see it. It's on the. It's
Nobody
it's,
answered
it's
that.
right
Nobody
there. Okay.
I'm gonna go with something that does have a release date. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check this. Hold on. I need to.
The top available games in Fantasy Critic is there if you want to look at it, Gabe. They show the release date.
Yeah, they don't want to mess up the stream.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Here, 1 second. I pulled up a different tab actually, so that works. Let me see here. Yes, I'm gonna go as Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. That's the one that has a release date. Yep, for February. So grab a date.
All right, sweet. Dragon Quest VII. All right, that is back to Jake. Jake, what is your third overall pick?
Eugenics.
Eugenics.
Oh, nice.
Oof.
Eugenics or
Good
Mugenics?
pick.
Mugenics. Mugenics.
Dude, is that
All right,
Warhammer?
all right. That's good.
A nice early date for a game coming from the people that made The Binding of Isaac, for those that don't know.
That is
So-
exciting.
And
Yeah, gotta feel good about that.
the developer Eddie is saying that it's his favorite game he's ever made. So
Nice, love that.
oof.
That was another
I
one.
was
else. I was
definitely
like, oh, I could maybe hold on, but I knew someone was gonna
Yeah, I
grab
figured-
that pretty quick.
Okay, that leaves Andy. Andy, what is your third overall pick?
Here's my issue when we play this game or when we draft. It's like I have like ideas, and then like we get to a point, and none of you guys have picked up like the most watched games on like the watch list. I'm like, do I just not understand something? Because
Yeah.
I'm like looking at some of this stuff, and I'm like, I mean, this stuff all looks like it could be good, but no one's like touched it yet. So I don't want to like maybe I don't touch it, but
No, dude, go
I'm
with
looking at
go with your gut. I mean, you also had some good picks last year, so.
I did, yeah, that's true. I did. I'm looking at Pragmata. I'm like, dang, that looks pretty good. But then I'm like, I thought that was gonna be gone by now, so I wasn't even thinking about it. But then it's obviously, oh man, okay.
Valerian, have a good night, man. Thanks for coming by.
Hi, Larian.
Yeah, I mean, the most watch is tough. Like, I mean, there's definitely stuff there that's like a little sketchy, but like hard to say. I don't know. You know, it's like Lego Batman. It's like, well, that's probably gonna get somewhere in the 80s, but like, you know, I don't know.
Because like, yeah, like the AAA games like are always like they could just do so. Then you have things like Clair Obscur coming up or like Blueprints. It's like, well,
Also,
but-
PSA: no one drafts Slay the Spire. It is planned for early access. Just my PSA of the night.
Dude, come on. What are you doing?
Man, thank you.
I don't want to
Gabe.
give
Thank
anybody. I don't want to
you.
give anybody an easy counter pick.
I was going to say, dude, that was going to be my counter pick this year. I just do it.
Oh man, I need to do more research because I was gonna draft that at some point. Like, oh sweet, Slay the Spire. Again, no one's picking it, so I was like, dang, there must be a reason for that. But I am gonna go with Pragmata because
I think that's a
like
good one. I feel like that. I feel like that
Yeah.
could be a real sleeper this year, honestly.
I do like it. I do.
And
like
they previewed
Capcom. I
really
think-
well.
Yeah, I think they got. I mean, I was gonna do Requiem, and then Jake had to be so rude.
Rude.
All right, well, that leaves me, and I guess I will go back to my roots. I had mentioned it before, and I do want this Fire Emblem game on my team. I am confident that Nintendo will put it out this year because it's already showed up in a Direct, and they usually release all their games within a year, outside of maybe Tears of the Kingdom. So yeah, I feel really good about it releasing, and I believe it is the same team that did Three Houses and not the last Fire Emblem game, and Three Houses scored very high. So, and I'm personally very excited for it. So yeah, I will take Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave with my third pick.
I was looking at that one.
Right.
Yeah, I was looking at that one.
My turn.
Yep.
Indeed.
Get it, bro.
I'm gonna take another release date. I'll take Phantom Blade 0, please.
Nice.
Noise.
Mm-hmm.
And then it snakes to you, buddy.
I want you to record that so I can
Well-
just kind of have that as a sound effect.
Yeah, but it's better live. I have
It's
to
true,
do
it is better
I have to-
live.
It's a little bit different every time.
It's
you
true.
know?
It's so true.
I wish I could. My mic is set on an arm, so I can't bring it up to my face to say this. But just give me it back, baby. Mina is mine again this
Yes.
year. Mina is coming out.
We
Yacht
have
Club
our own
games.
tradition now too, Christian.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. We've traded
I
it
know.
back and forth. This will be year 3, right? This is year 3.
This is you had it 2 years
I had
ago.
it,
I
you
had it
had
last
it.
year, and now you
Wait,
have it.
that's so funny.
Listen,
And I
they're
definitely
kind of-
would have picked it up if it was there in 1 second.
Oh, yeah?
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
I was
good.
gonna. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, that would have been on my next pick too.
I am a Yacht Club super fan. Like, I love Shovel Knight so much. I haven't played a lot of the shoot offset games, but I recommend Shovel Knight to so many people. I'm so excited for Mina.
Love that.
Yeah, me too. I think it's going to be great, and it's definitely going to be coming out. I would imagine the first couple months. So, great pick.
Thanks, bro.
Which does put me in a tough spot because I was 100% planning on picking up that game with my next pick.
I knew it too. I was like, it's coming back to Andrew, and if he doesn't pick it up right now, I have to pick it up.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
he's gonna take it from
That's
me.
how we play the
I'm
game.
in a spot where I have to go between, do I pick something with a date or do I continue to put games without a date? I feel really confident of my 3 games so far. And sometimes you just want to spite your bro, and I'm going to spite my bro, and I'm going to grab Persona 4 Revival with my 4th pick, because I have a feeling he would have got that.
I was gonna wait a
later
little bit
in
longer, so you probably. Yeah, I think I was hoping. I
What, did you think you were going to get that with your last pick?
Yeah.
I don't think it was going to be there for the 6th round.
I think you were the only other person that was gonna draft that. So it's just I was biding my time. But
Yeah, that's a tough one because we don't have a release date, but
If
it's
it
been
hits,
2
it's
years
gonna
now,
hit, like-
and if it hits, it's like an easy high 80s. I feel like all my games so far, as long as they come out, I'm feeling very confident with high 80s loading.
I also think
stuff.
that I honestly think that there's a chance that Persona 4 Revival could be like a hidden game at the Xbox Direct. Like that would be so hype. So
Yeah.
So no, I don't think it's a bad pick for that round at all. Round 4, like that's great. Also, what is up, Martin G Blast? How we doing?
Oh, what's up, Martin G? All right, Andy, you've got your 4th pick.
Okie dokie.
If anyone's just tuning in, by the way, here's the gist. We are playing Fantasy Critic. It is fantasy football, but with video games. You have to watch the beginning of the stream later to get more context. But that's the gist.
I'm going to go with one that doesn't have a release date, but it's near and dear to my heart. It's one of my favorite PS2 games. It's a sequel, Onimusha, Way of the Sword.
Nice.
Nice.
That was
dude.
also-
You got a little Capcom
I
trend
know.
going on here.
Yeah, I guess I'm a Capcom bro. Like you're. a
Wait, did you
Nintendo
also get
bro.
Resident Evil?
No,
Oh,
but I was going
gonna say,
to.
if you had Resident
I
Evil,
wanted
dude, you
to.
have the full Capcom roster.
That's
That'd be
true.
awesome.
That would've
Last
been
year I had
awesome.
the no Capcom name, which would have been much more thematic.
Yeah, it would have been.
True.
All right. Okay, Jake, what is your 4th overall pick? Jake, there he is.
Old, sorry. I have to walk away a second.
Mael? Where'd you go, Mael?
My hell? Harriet! Give me
Can I get a?
how many more picks do we have? We have 3 more.
You have 3 more, yeah.
Yes, your 4th.
3 more. I would like Yakuza Kiwami 3 Dark Ties.
Ooh, I did not even have that on my list, and I'm just remembering that. Nice.
We don't have
Like,
a release
I've
date
been
yet
the
for
Yakuza
that one.
guy over the past 4 years.
True.
If you guys don't
Nah.
pick it, I always pick the Yakuza game.
Oh wait, we do. That's a February
Yeah, I was
release.
gonna say. Pretty sure it's.
Oh, it's a
gotta be.
remake. Oh, I
it's a
was
remake.
not
It's
aware
a remake
of that
with
one at
additional
all.
content.
Wow, good pickup, dude. That one went right over my head.
Nice.
Good of you.
Shoot, did not see that coming. Good pick, Jake. Okay, that leaves us with Gabe with his 4th overall pick.
All right, this is where I'm just gonna start throwing stuff out, and I have no idea if anyone's gonna pick it up later, and I could have just waited, but like, fuck it, you know.
Yeah.
I am glad that I got this game. There's a point where this is gonna be my slot 2 game, so I'm glad that I waited. The last game by this developer was in '87, and it was Spiritfarer, and the game is At
Fuck
Fate's
off.
Hand, which is honestly one of my.
No, it's not. It's at Fate's End.
That's Fate's End.
All
That's
right.
right.
If you're not even a fan, bro.
I'm
Oh,
really
dude, this game
excited
looks
about
so
this game.
sick.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, this
very
game
excited
looks
about
Nice,
this
good
game.
pick. That was coming up on my list for sure.
Yeah, so I had a feeling. I was like, ugh, I feel like I gotta do it now, or else I don't know.
Nice, good pick.
All right, sweet. That leaves Garrett to finish off the 4th round.
I'm gonna go with Dave the Diver in the Jungle.
Nice.
Nice.
Is that our first DLC? No, it's not because we have the
It's a good
Hollow Knight
pick.
DLC.
That's a good pick. The last Dave the
You
Diver
guys just took the top 2 off my list right there.
shit.
With a good estimated release date rather than like no release date.
Yeah.
The last Dave the Diver did
All right.
DLC did really well, wasn't it? I'm trying to remember it. I'm pretty sure it did.
Look it up while we snake back to Garrett.
I really want this game. I just got screwed by this publisher last year, but whatever. I'm gonna go with Reanimal.
Nice.
Nice.
Ah, shoot, dude, that looks good. Well, no, this is not the same publisher or the same development team. This is the right pick, bro. This
This is
game
what
looks legit.
these people would have delivered had they been at the helm for the game you actually picked.
Yeah, these were the original
Didn't do Little
developers
Nightmares 3?
of Little Nightmares 1 and 2, and then there was new developers for Little Nightmares 3, which is why it wasn't so
Oh.
good. So these are like the original guys who like went off, made their new studio, and are now making Reanimal. And demo was got really good previews and stuff. Like this game looks legit. So yeah, I'm bummed. I was really hoping I could
Nice
pick
pick.
that up in the 5th or 6th round. So good stuff. All right, Gabe, you have your 5th pick.
I would love some more dates, but I'm not sure. There's just like not a lot of dates out there.
One more game on my list with a date. I have none. Like, oh god.
Yeah, really. I think everything else on my list like genuinely does not have a date. So that is tricky. I think I'm just gonna shoot my shot on this game and see if it does come out. Well, actually, hold on. I'm gonna do one last little check.
Put the timer up.
Started it. Yes, I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna see, if it does. I think it could be pretty good. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I think Mario Tennis Fever is going to be great.
No. I am gonna go
I
with.
think Mario Tennis Fever is going to be great. The critics are going to hate Mario Tennis Fever.
It's true.
Yeah, true.
I'm gonna go as Order of the Sinking Star.
Man, nice.
Yeah.
You're sniping me. I wanted both at Fate's End and that. Damn.
I mean, you sniped me last year and it didn't work out, so maybe me sniping you this year, it might not work out for me.
No,
I love
think
these
that's a safe pick.
snipes happening across the draft order. You guys aren't even close to each other.
True.
I know, but like the top 4 on my list have gone bang, 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 and I was like, Order of the Sinking Star. Nobody's thinking about that. Like, I'll be all right when it comes to me.
That's what happened to me last year. Like Blueprints, like all these other games that I was like, damn, I got sniped.
All right, that leaves
All my indies.
Jake with his 5th pick.
I want World of Warcraft Midnight.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Also,
Talk
my
about a
top
dark
6 games
horse.
on my list, even like going into like beyond that, have all been taken. Everyone's doing a really good job.
I would hope your top 6 picks would be taken by now.
True.
We're like 30 plus games into it.
Yeah.
All right, 5th pick for Andy.
Oh boy. All right. Is it time to start throwing darts at the dartboard?
Throw some darts, baby. Get those darts going.
The time to throw darts. A lot of these games I just have a lot of emotional connection to, like the Prince of Persia: Sands of Time remake. Like that would just be fun.
True.
But that game kind of sucks, honestly. Like unless they remake it like a lot, it's kind of a terrible game. Man, guys, I don't know.
And that's why you're gonna go with Pokemon Pococo.
Oh God, no.
No, not this time. I think I'm gonna.
Fable's still up there.
No, I'm good. Once it gets a release date, then we can duke it.
Then we can talk dollars.
Then we can talk about it. I think what I'll do. You know, this one just the gameplay looks like a lot of fun. I'm gonna go with Crimson Desert.
Nice. Another nice date too.
Okay. Yeah, that game is previewing really well. It's very ambitious for a first.
Yeah.
I
mean, if we've learned any lessons last year though. Lots of debut teams doing crazy
That
crazy
leaves
work.
your boy with his 5th pick. I was a little bit worried because I gassed Andy up as the Capcom guy, and then I realized that the Capcom game I was hoping to get in the 5th or 6th round was still available. But that's okay. I'm really excited for Monster Hunter Stories 3. Personally, I think it looks like a massive step up from the previous 2. It's got a release date, and Capcom's putting a lot behind it, and Capcom does not miss. So yeah, I'm gonna grab Monster Hunter Stories 3.
Like that.
Game looks sick. All right. That gives us to Christian to finish off the 5th round. We are moving and grooving.
Okay, to finish off the 5th round, I'm going to take Danganronpa 2x2.
Ooh, that Danganronpa, baby.
Danganronpa. That was not on my radar at all.
That's because you're not a dark horse enough, bro.
I'm not.
It's funny that I said make my placeholder something like Danganronpa.
And then that's when Christian was like, wait.
You clued him in on it. All right, that brings us to the 6th and final round of the draft snaking. Back to Christian.
Thanks. Frick, dude. Hold on just a moment. If you don't mind. I'm trying to see if I want another game back from next year or not. Or from last year.
True.
Oh, we all know what it is. Just say it.
I mean, it's coming out. It's
definitely coming out.
I mean,
We do finally have a release date.
Does it have a full release date?
Yes.
Nice.
It has said. Does it? It just says.
No, I don't think it has
in
a firm
2026.
release date, but they did say
Are you talking about replaced? Are we talking about replaced?
No, he's talking
We're
about.
not talking about replace. I'm gonna take Fields of Mystery.
He's talking about Fields of Mystery.
Yeah.
I thought you had. I think you had replaced a couple years ago. Then
I did have replaced a couple years ago.
That's good
that
memory.
does
I didn't
Mystery
remember that.
is like keeps hitting with overwhelmingly positive on Steam. And they have said early access is ending in 2026. So I'm bringing it back. Some of my games from last year that didn't hit, and I'm gonna take that game before it gets drafted
Smart.
this Saturday.
have to override the system because it does have reviews already, but that's because it is early access. So for anybody watching back later, this is kind of our choice to make it so that we can get early access games, but we don't get a score until they come into 1.0, which is a risk. Like, for instance, Christian had Field of Mystria on his roster all year last year because it never came out until 1.0, so he couldn't drop it unless he used a super drop. So yeah, that is why we have early access games, which I think is the right way to do it, because I think it's kind of lame to get scores on an early access game.
Yeah.
And that's not its full game yet. So, all right, that leaves me. Man, there's going to be a lot of games to pick up this weekend. And so it's kind of like, it's really just a matter of, okay, well, what game do I want to get before I have to start bidding money on it? Because I feel like, man, looking at the list, there are quite a few games that I feel like I'm going to be putting on bets come this Saturday. Oof, Maron, this dog's got pep. What do I want? Shoot, there's so many good options. Man, this is a crazy year. I feel like this Saturday is gonna be a bloodbath in the bids.
Yeah, there's
Holy
definitely
crap, holy.
yeah, there's definitely some things I think you could pick up.
All right, well, I probably should continue to get dates since I didn't get dates to start. Oh, but there's one game that poorly was dance. I'm gonna go with Super Meat Boy 3D. I'm gonna do it.
Nice.
I'm not totally sure about that game, but I think it will come out, and why not? I feel it has a high ceiling for sure, so we shall see. All right, Andy,
Hearts
what is
4,
your
you know it's
final
coming.
pick? Kingdom Hearts 4.
That was the bogan in the chat.
I think I'm gonna pick up Replace. That was on my list.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good one.
That was what I was
too.
when I was dancing back and forth. It was
Yeah.
Replace versus Super Meat Boy.
I've been seeing some videos on it, and like I think that the 2.5 genre has a lot of interesting potential.
Yeah.
Well, and some of those games can sometimes just go gangbusters. They can just get some crazy scores.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Right, that brings us to Jake's final pick.
I'm taking Diablo 4 Lord of Hatred.
Nice.
Diablo 4, nice. Yeah, the last Diablo DLC was a good pickup. I was hoping that was going to be available come this weekend, but it is no longer available. Jake with a big expansion pack draft.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Those DLCs, buddy. Wow, he's got 3 DLCs in his draft. That's like got to be a record.
Yeah, that is a lot. Actually.
Flashback to Christian being like, "I'm not doing DLCs." Boned me like crazy, and Jake's like, "Bet."
And we're on to Gabe with his final pick.
Tricky. Man, I feel like there are just not enough dates this year.
Not enough dates out yet.
There's something I think I'm gonna try to just bid on this. I don't know. What else could we have here? Yeah, dates wise, it's just it's tough. So I just gotta go back to a list. Hold on, does this have a date? 1 second.
Hold.
Or this? Does this have a date?
Hold.
I think this is definitely gonna come out, and I feel like it has a higher chance of being good. I'm gonna go with Tomb Raider: Legacy of Atlantis.
Oh, wow.
That's what I was gonna pick.
I feel like that's just like a solid one.
I played that game,
we
and
shall
the
see.
controls were tricky, but I feel like if they can fix that, it did look really good.
All right, that leaves our final pick of the 2026 draft with our guy, Garrett. What will it be?
I have one I want to pick, but I don't know. I was really hoping I could get Tomb Raider. I think it's coming out. I'm gonna go with, to make sure it has a release date. It does not. I'm gonna do Out of Words.
Nice.
Oh, is that co-op game? That game looks so
Yeah.
good, dude.
Yeah, I
Love
think that's
that.
a really good one. I was
Yeah,
considering picking that up after
I
this.
think, shoot, that was a great pickup, man. Love that. All right, wow, what a great last pick for the
Oh,
2026 draft. But it is not over yet, friends. Now comes the most difficult part. The part
I hate
that
this part.
actually Dabagan in the chat was kind of hinting at, as now we're baiting each other into counter picks. So One of the cool parts of Fantasy Critic that is very unique to it is this concept of a counter pick. So now that we've all picked our drafts, we're going to go back in the opposite order, starting with Christian, because he had the last pick in the draft, where he is now going to look at the other teams and pick one game off their roster to counterpick. That does two things. It locks it to their roster, so no matter what, they can no longer drop this game. Even if it doesn't get a release date, it is stuck on their roster. And at the same time, if it gets positive points, Christian, or who, eventually everybody, will get negative points towards their developer, their team, or if it somehow gets negative points, which has never happened with a counter pick, Christian gets positive points towards his team. Only one counter pick per team. So that means that once, for instance, if Christian picks a game off of my list, which he obviously won't because it's so strong, I will then nobody will then be able to pick another game off of my list anymore. My list is done. So you can't have multiple counter picks per team, which I think is a really good rule, because it enforces the person who was fortunate enough with the first pick, Garrett in this case. He is then going to have to pick off what is in some degree probably the strongest roster, or the roster that's most intimidating to pick from. The biggest goal here, I would say, is to try and find games that you don't think will release, and therefore you just get a big 0 as your counter pick, and then you also force a 0 onto another team. But that is not always easy. So we shall see how that goes. Counter picks can really make or break your team too. So you got to watch out.
Yeah.
So with all that said, Christian, you have the first counter pick. So you have the most options, which
Did you
is
also
nice.
mention that once your list has been counted? Yeah, you did that.
Yeah, he did that.
I'm gonna run you guys through my thought process, because I really have not made a decision, which I know can be frustrating because it's going to tie us up a little bit. But Garrett, he's got, Grand Theft Auto is like the riskiest counter pick of all time.
Yeah, everyone in the chat is saying
minus.
We got multiple people in chat saying someone hold GTA accountable. Someone else is saying complete disappointment if GTA is encountered. So we'll see.
No.
You have to hold Rockstar accountable. It falls on you to hold Rockstar
No, that
accountable.
falls on Cockstar.
True.
So true.
I think Gabe's list is really safe as well. Like, honestly, Order of the Sinking Star is maybe the only one that's TBA, but their recent trailer said 2026, so it's kind of like, well, who knows? At Fate's End, everything else, it seems solid. Jake, Resident Evil's great. Silk Song, that just got announced.
What if the Silk Song DLC doesn't drop this year?
Yeah, but it's like
And
the
then,
risk
and then
versus
the
reward.
cycle
I'd
continues
rather
between Jake and I, but now it's the DLC. Holy.
Oh my god! Please no. Just give me something.
Okay, so I think what is gonna happen is I have to pick up Andy's list, because I think that he has a few games that have release dates, but I think
Have,
might
like,
be
windows.
bad, or just might not score that well.
Okay.
Because the two games I'm thinking of, well, there's three. They're all the Capcom games. Onimusha, Pragmata, and Crimson Desert. Well, Crimson Desert's not. But
I feel like those are so tricky, though. Honestly, like I
It
feel like
is
those are the kind of
not
games that
hard.
could like come out and be like actually really good out of nowhere.
Dusk Bloods.
No, not Duskbloods.
I don't know. That
I feel
there's an
like
easy
I feel like
answer,
I always get
honestly.
this position where I have like the juiciest looking counter pick. Like, to think I was first.
You're
I think I was.
baiting people, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's intentional, totally. It's like because last year I think Christian he chose Wolf Among Us 2, which was a good one.
Yeah.
to come out.
That was a good
so I
one
feel
because like it was a little unlikely. But it was kind of like a toss up of whether it's going to come out or not. But if it did come out, that was going to be insane. Like that game is really good, would be really good. So
I'm just so optimistic, just too optimistic.
Really quick before you make your pick, I do want to give a shout out to Devil Duck in the chat. Said, I have no idea how I got here, but I'm hooked.
this game is
Same
awesome.
with us, and we're still here 5 years later.
So true.
We love this. All right, Christian. What
I
do
mean,
you got?
go with your gut, Christian. I think I don't. It's tough. I don't think that there's an obvious counterpick this year. I think everyone kind of low key killed it.
So the thing that I'm going to come back to is I'm playing it semi-safe this year, and I think I'm going to pick Crimson Desert because their last game was Black Desert Online, and I got a 71.
That's fair.
So I'm
It
going to
is an
go with...
MMO. MMOs I feel like don't usually rate pretty well, but okay, all right, we'll take it. We'll take it.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, I just clicked it in. I just
It's
entered
fine.
it. Okay.
It's fine. I think that's where my heart is.
Okay. Cool. I am next.
I had a feeling.
Actually,
I had a feeling it was gonna get picked.
I actually feel pretty good about it. I don't think the trailer for this game looked all that good. It's a really old game to be remaking, so I'm gonna go with Tomb Raider: Legacy of Atlantis. I also think it's really ambitious for them to, out of nowhere, be like, "Hey, we've got a game coming out this year and next year," and it's like, you haven't made a game in a long time, my guys. So
That's fair.
yeah, I feel good about it. I'm happy with
Nice.
that pick.
It's
So,
also Amazon Game Studio, and if you're a real hater, Amazon Game Studio sucks. I was gonna
Amazon
pick.
Game Studio
I was
account.
thinking about it. Yeah.
yeah, it is Crystal Dynamics who made the previous Tomb Raider games, which I do love. But this is, Crystal Dynamics has been through a lot since then. That was years ago when they last made a Tomb Raider, and they've seen a lot of, I would imagine, turnover since then. So, yeah, that's where I'm going. And
I
yeah,
think
I'm feeling.
I don't think it's a bad counter pick. I do think this game could have a lot of nostalgia going behind it, though. And we've seen remakes are on the up. So I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, how did you guys feel about the Crimson Desert? We just kind of glossed over. Is that a bad pick?
I think
I
it's
don't
a
know.
toss-up.
think it could
I
be.
think it's a toss-up. I have no idea, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like Black Desert, I think the gameplay of Black Desert worked well, but I think like it's the MMO aspects of it. But it's hard to say because I mean, Crimson Desert was probably the one that I was the most, even though it's not my last pick. I was probably the most because I was gonna have to do Replace as my 5th pick. I forgot about it. I had a feeling Crimson Desert was gonna get picked on my list because, as I said, I'm following my heart with it. The gameplay looks great.
Feels like Avowed did last year to me, where I'm like,
Yeah.
I think that game's bad, but like, I think Avowed got like an 80.
Yeah. That was Garrett's counter pick.
And
on
it's
me
gotten
was
some
about-
really good previews, so that, but I mean, that could also. You
I
never
think it was
know.
the right
It's
choice,
just
though.
so ambitious.
It
Yeah.
was the right
I
choice.
think it's
I
an
don't
80.
know.
Great, because I think
Yeah.
that
80 won't
out
sink
of the
you.
games that are left, like
It's true.
it's gonna be really hard.
Yeah.
I agree.
Do I just pick Silksong? Do I just do it? Do I just put a loaded gun on
I don't
the
think
table
it's I don't think it's
pointing
crazy because again I don't know how well the original Hollow Knight DLC reviewed. I remember there was 2 DLCs for the original Hollow Knight and one of them was like not reviewed well. But it's also because it was like a boss rush DLC. So
at me? Yeah.
I don't know. That's just that was so long ago. You know, it's hard to say. But and then you've also got the fact that does it come out this year? You really don't know with Team Cherry. But
I feel like
yeah,
it would come
so
out this year, though.
that's
I
my
don't
thought
know.
on
Tough.
Yeah.
I feel like they wouldn't announce it.
I think it's more likely it does and it doesn't. So
Let me just do one final thing. I think I have to play it because you're right. I mean, there's like not a lot of great options. And I feel there's like a couple ones I'm looking at, but they again could just absolutely just bone me. Let's see. I think. Oh no, this is hard, guys. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Christian.
Every year this gets harder.
Yeah.
yeah, we've gotten a lot better at drafting. Like in the first couple years, it was like okay, there were some pretty easy counter picks. Not anymore.
No.
I chose Hades 2 when it was like confirmed to not come out that year.
Exactly.
Like, Christian was
Well, I
like,
really needed Andy to pick Slay the Spire. I really needed him to pick
I was
Slay the
going
Spire.
to, then I
I
got
know,
saved.
this
I
guy
saved.
got
Oh
us.
my god! I think every year that we played, I've
I
had
was
my
like,
counter pick
I
has
was
been a 0.
I was
I think, like,
determined to not let anyone have an easy counter pick this year.
Oh my goodness! I need a. See, I saw the 2026. I was like, okay. See, that's one that gets me. It's like a release date, quote unquote release date. It's like an early access release date.
Yeah.
All right, Andy, what'll it be? Is he frozen?
No, I'm just thinking.
He's just deliberating.
You were so still for so
just
long.
thinking.
I genuinely thought you were frozen.
I'm gonna do World of Warcraft Midnight.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. I don't know. I know nothing about that. So
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I think it could go either way. It could either be like incredible. I mean, it's like the most easy answer, but I think some of the expansions of Warcraft have not released well, but some of them have.
Last two are 84, 85.
Yeah. It's either that or Super Meat Boy. And I was like, Super Meat Boy could just obliterate.
True.
It's a high ceiling game. That's why I picked it. But yeah, I know that's gonna be whenever I get counterpicked, that'll be what I get counterpicked for. But it's a dangerous one. All right, we got Jake up next for his counterpick. What do you got, bud?
Yep.
As in Super Meat Boy 3D.
That's no.
Oh, okay. The way you said "yup" felt like you were replying to what I was just saying.
Yep, it's my turn to pick, and I don't want to.
I don't want to.
I really wanted Tomb Raider.
Back order.
I thought Tomb Raider was like.
I kind of thought about Out of Words because that is unproven, really arty game, but could be just kind of mid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'm between like Out of Words or I don't know much about Reanimal. I get bad vibes.
It is.
I don't know if
scary
I'm crazy though.
Your stinky radar.
Devil Deku says the thing with Midnight is also doing a big old add-on purge, so no more combat add-ons and major class redesigns. That goes over my head because I'm not a Warcraft person, but I imagine it's a good
But
thing.
he follows it up by saying it means it could be a good counterpick. So
okay,
that's encouraging.
I see. I understand now.
Give me Reanimal.
Ooh, hoping that they not only did their follow-up team not have it, but they still don't got it.
Yeah, exactly.
They still don't got
I mean, they've historically scored in like the
formula.
mid-80s.
The whole formula is borked, and they should have stopped that too.
Yeah.
Both Little Nightmares 1 and 2 are both low 80s, right? I'm pretty sure. So
Yeah. I think they're low to mid. I'm not sure. But okay, that leaves Gabe. You only have 2 lists to pick from. You can pick between my list or Christian's list. That's all you got.
Yes. Well, conveniently, I did have my option. My option is open. This is maybe what I did want to counterpick. Danganronpa, I don't know much about, but the game that is a remake of on Metacritic only has an 81, which like if it, maybe it does better, obviously, but like I'm not sure if it's gonna be totally killer. So, so I think I might do that. Don't put it down yet, though. Deliberating.
Don't you dare! You pick up that hand.
I was close. I thought I felt definite the way you were saying.
I'm not sold on the Monster Hunter game. So I was thinking of that one as well. So
Crazy, bro.
The other ones, Monster Hunter Stories.
Those they're in the 80s in the or 78 or something. But this just feels like such a step up from those games, both like visually and in storytelling. Those other games are like kind of like chibi and like childlike. This looks like they're going all in on this one.
Yeah.
But I'd love for you to counterpick it. I'm totally cool with that. So I shouldn't have said that. Yeah, counterpick the one game that I have that has a release date.
That's a good point. Yeah. I mean, again, I think my number one rule for stuff is like, what has they done before? So I'm sort of like, I don't know, I feel that, but I'm gonna go with Danganronpa 2x2.
Nice.
Dang on a rompa.
I think their last release got an 85.
Yeah.
Fair.
So we'll see.
Well, it's a compliment to me that my team is the last one left. Doesn't really mean anything in the long run, but it is a nice little compliment. So, Garrett, you get to choose from my list for your counter pick.
Well, I don't bet against Persona and I don't bet against Fire Emblem, that's for sure. Insomnia with Wolverine, I feel like probably gonna be.
It is fall 2026 estimated, so could be a delay, but they also.
Yeah.
I think you're between the last
it's
two.
been delayed like years.
I know.
Right?
I'm thinking about Monster Hunter, but I don't know.
I would say those two Sony games. Sony is like needing to put out games right now. I don't think that they push either of those ones back.
And also, Garrett, Super Meat Boy 3D, like Super Meat Boy got an 83, and this is a complete change.
Is it by the same people?
Yes and no.
Yeah,
I think
so.
the original guy. It was made by one guy because I mean, Super Meat Boy is really old. I think he is a part of the development team, but it's a team now. So yeah, I mean, it's obviously my last pick for a reason. So
Yeah.
I'll just have
it
to
looks
go
cool
with
though.
that.
Like all the gameplay I've seen of it looks real. Like I'm personally very excited for it.
I think it looks good. It's just a little unproven.
Yeah, that would be what I would go with. What do you think, Garrett? Where are you going?
Yeah, I'm feeling the same way because Monster Hunter Stories has not as similar scores as Super Meat Boy, like mid to low 80s. Except for Monster Hunter Stories 2 did pretty good, but I don't know. I think that's going to be a consistent mid 80s franchise, so I think the better.
Yeah, the Super Meat Boy has a little bit of like it could be a toss up. Like, do they land the 3D thing? Then
There's
like
a chance with Super Meat Boy 3D.
Yeah, I'm curious how they do that because it's like such a going from 2D to 3D is going to totally shift the game style. Could be good. I mean, Super Meat Boy was fun. It was a lot of fun.
All right. Well, that ends the draft for 2026. Round of applause for everybody. Absolutely crushed it as a group.
yeah, that was sweating here.
This is a very exciting year. Like I said, we still have heavy hitters going into our first week. Games like Fable and Gears of War E-Day are just sitting there. So
True.
definitely a lot of exciting stuff to happen. As I said at the beginning, the first
Big
week,
Walk.
there's a lot of Big Walk. I love Big Walk.
I genuinely almost bid on it.
There are a lot of bids in the first week, so we all have $100 to bid. Throughout the year, you have to be smart and not do them all right away, but it's tempting because this is a good group of games to bid on right away. So yeah, we will see how that goes. But as always, we like to end.
One more thing before it ends.
I was gonna say, do you want to show? Do you have a graphic for the next mug?
For the what?
For the next mug, do you have the graphic?
No, I don't have that yet. No.
Well, I was gonna say we always like to do
for this year's mug, like 2025. Yeah, I do have that. I had that up actually. These were our teams, Ashel. I don't know if you saw them earlier. These were the teams for 2025 that I made.
Exciting. The big mug reveal.
That I made everybody. Might take a second for it to go in on the stream.
Yeah, well, it will be a second before we see it.
There they are.
That's great.
Oh wow!
Local Hunk was really funny. I like Local Hunk a lot. Hey, Kojima, I just set it on that Kojima font for you, Gary. I thought that was kind of funny, actually.
That looks so good, dude.
No cap, I think it might be my favorite. I just love the way that looks.
I got to give Jake, the credit for that one. He came up with that name.
And then I'll switch over to the mug
really
too.
Good.
But then the other thing, this is a perfect segue because while we're on the topic of the prize, we have a new rule this year. You want to talk about it, Christian? It was your idea that you brought forward to the committee, and then the committee approved.
Oh, good. I've been banging the drum for a little bit, and we're keeping it light, keeping it fun, keeping it no punishment involved. But this year, there is a punishment for last.
This year is in 25 or next year?
2026.
Sorry, 2026. There will
I
be.
was gonna say I don't remember this being a stipulation at the beginning of the year.
No,
Jake's like, wait, what the fuck is?
Don't worry. 2025 for year 5, we have a punishment for last place, and so the punishment for last place will be within reason, right? The game that reviewed the lowest in 2026. The loser will have to stream it over Discord for the other 5 participants in the league for probably 2 to 3 hours at the very most.
For the whole Discord, for the whole Co-op Bros Discord.
Oh, for the whole Co-op Bros Discord.
Yeah, anybody can tune in. Hey, it's entertainment.
Hell yeah, everybody can shoot. So you get to stream it while we get to watch you play the worst game of the year.
Yes.
Essentially.
Jake, start getting those hands ready for that, Jake.
Holy shit.
Question.
Damn.
Yes.
Yes, question.
Okay, my question is it the lowest reviewed game that one of us has on our team?
No, just the lowest
or
on
is it
Open
the
Critic.
lowest? Okay, wow, okay.
Yeah.
So there's always going to be, hopefully, one of those, like, really ugly games.
Yeah, like something like a golem.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
Yes,
cool.
exactly.
All right, I love that. That is super exciting. It would have been Jake this year, so he just barely dodged playing.
so not
what was
only
that
do we have
terrible
the
game?
mug as an incentive, now you really got some fire under your booty.
Yes.
Yeah, did not get last.
Yep.
So thank you, Gabe, for the mug. It looked fantastic. Excited to not have to stream the worst
Mind's
game
Eye
of the
relaunch.
year next year.
I'm dead.
Mind's Eye, that's what it was. That's what you would have been playing this year. But we do like to end with compliments because we're a good group. We like to lift each other up as we go into the new year, where we will tear each other down. So we like to go through and let everybody sort of pick a team that they think is the strongest team going into the year. I will say just quickly, Fantasy Critic does do points projected. It almost always means nothing, but if you want to use that, so far the points projected would put Andy in first, Garrett in second, me in third, Jake in fourth, Gabe in fifth, and Christian in sixth. But again, it truly has never meant anything.
Yeah.
I doubt it's ever predicted it. So
We should get that should be a stat on the all-time league stats. It's like, has it ever predicted it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that said, we want to go in order, or we just want to popcorn? I don't mind starting us off to do the compliments.
Go for it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, go for it.
Like we said, everybody's been doing such a good job with these drafts. As always, I lead with confidence, and I would say that my favorite draft is my own draft. But my second favorite draft would be between a couple. I think my favorite draft will be Garrett's. I mean, at the end of the day, he's got Grand Theft Auto 6. I love that he also has Control Resonant. Like, if he gets both Control Resonant and Grand Theft Auto 6 and Saros, I mean, that's a great top three. And I do like that he also has Reanimal. I'm not super worried about the counter pick there. That's why it was one of the last counter picks. So yeah, I like your team. And if I was the first person picking, I also would have gone with Grand Theft Auto 6. It's really hard not to. So yeah,
it's interesting because original Control is only an 84, which I think is crazy because I freaking love that game.
Criminally underrated.
But then they followed up with Alan Wake 2, which was a Game of the Year contender, was an 89. So now they're following up. Control 2 was Resonant, but all of their knowledge of freaking Alan Wake 2, like, oh man, that could really be so good. So
okay, well, with that glazing out of the way, I will. Does anybody want to volunteer, or can I pop?
Why don't you pass it to the glazed?
All right, I'll pass it to the glazed. That's a great call. I'll pass it to the glazed, and that would be Garrett. Garrett, who is your favorite team going into the year, other than your own?
Other than my own, yeah. I was gonna say thanks, Andrew. I appreciate your kind words.
Yes.
I think for the first year, this is gonna be actually all six of these games I've drafted, I plan on playing if they come out this year.
Nice.
Ooh, I like that.
That's always a good rule.
Other than mine, let me take a look here. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna go with Jacob because he's really going in on Blizzard this year. 2 major Blizzard titles.
True.
Expansions for major titles, probably their 2 biggest titles.
Yeah.
And Resident Evil. I just think those are 3 really big, and Silksong, well, I guess guaranteed to come, but did we get is there a date on that?
It did say 2026.
It said 2026, yeah.
2026.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Blizzard representation, in 2026, that's very brave, and I respect that.
Love that.
Nice. Yeah. All right, so I guess we'll just continue to pass it on to the glazed. That could eventually end, though, because we don't all need to be glazed, technically. So we pass it to Jake. Jake, who do you want to glaze? The donut himself.
Yep.
The tasty
I
donut.
appreciate that, Garrett. My strategy was to pick super. I don't know if you would describe my games as safe, but super safe. I have like 5 dates and Silk Song is kind of what I was thinking at least.
Oh, wow, I didn't even realize that you do have 5 dates. Damn, that is nice.
I have 5 dates and Silk Song. Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Andrew's got the most things that I'm excited. Maybe not the most things, but stuff that I'm excited for, which is fun. I think only just it's Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls carrying his whole list for me. But Gabe also has some cool stuff. I'm really excited about Vampire Crawlers to play that game.
Maybe I do play it.
I'm gonna say Andrew.
Nice.
Marvel Tokon Souls, I hope, is just an incredible game. So I think that carries for me.
Yeah, and in light of what Garrett said, I also feel like this is one of the lists where I'm like, every single game on this list is like, these are like 6 of the games that I am personally most excited for. I plan on playing all these if they come out. This is I usually am much better about dates, but this is my year where I only have 1 date and a lot of 2026, but I still feel pretty good about it. So yeah, I'm excited for my list too. But that leaves an unglazed. So I will just popcorn it over to Christian to pick our next glazing.
Cool. I like Gabe's list the best. 2-peat to 2-peat, but I do honestly like some of those indies I was like really stoked for. First off, Forza Horizon was my second overall, so I think you like nailed it on the head with that. Vampire Crawlers I didn't know existed, and it's a fantastic pick. Dragon Quest VII, super safe. At Fate's End and Order of the Sinking Star were 2 of my like highest rated indies that I was excited to pick up. So honestly, the Tomb Raider pick a little disappointing overall, but the other 5, I'm like, damn, that's a solid list. So.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, brah.
Yeah, I'm hoping my Tomb Raider isn't my my what do you call it? What's the game I picked up last year at the same spot?
Let's see.
Mafia the
It'll
Old
be hard
Country.
to see because you probably there you go.
It's
Mafia
almost
the Old
very similar, where it's like it was a game that came out at Game Awards, and I liked the trailer of it. I don't think that this gets anything lower than a 10, though. Like I just feel like it's a remake. It's a game that people really love, so I don't think it's gonna go lower than a 10. But it would be a little disappointing if it was a 10. But no, I appreciate the other compliments for sure. Cool. Let me think. I mean, I am gonna pass it back to you, Christian, because I just feel like we're kind of like on the same mind. I was actually like First Light, Halo, and Mina were all on my list. Even Fields of Mystra, I almost thought about. So I feel like we were kind of in like a similar like wavelengths. I think First Light could be really good. That's a game I'm very excited about. Halo, I'm excited about. Mina as well. And I think Phantom Blade Zero is a really smart pick because I feel like that could be like a sneaker sort of like, you know.
I mean, it's title card, right? Like it's the title card, or not what I'm. It's the one last thing of TGAs, you know. So I'm just kind of like hopeful that means something.
Yeah. Well, I just think that there is a lot of traction behind those sort of like Chinese sort of action games lately, and I feel like this could be one of those that hits like whoa, like unexpectedly. So I like that a lot. And I think Crimson Desert, that was probably like, I feel like in all the picks, it's like, well, like that was really tough, but like I feel like maybe that might have been a good counter pick. So stuff to say.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, that leaves Andy to give out the final glazing.
Oh man, I think I'm gonna go with Andrew. I just like your list. Like, it's hard to draft not just based off like what we like, because you know our likes don't always align with the open critic, but. I mean, I really wanted Marvel Wolverine. Like, as a game, I'm just really excited for it. But I've been burned by the AAA. But this one does look really good. I'm kind of kicking myself for not getting it. But yeah, the fighting's like the Marvel Tokon looks really good. Fire Emblem, always a good one. Persona. I mean, Persona's like incredible. So I think that list is pretty sweet.
Nice. All right. Well, thank you very much. Going into the year, I would say if there is that usual big game that is picked overall, I think that they are the person to chase, and that would be Garrett. But I did win the award for most glazings and the final counter pick, so it's hard to say. And then at the same time, Andy has Fantasy Critics most points projected. So lots to think about as we go into the first week and make our first bids. I am very excited. We will be back at the mid-year check-in around the summertime, around June or July, to see how things are going, see what our pickups were. And if you want to follow along, our league is public, and you can follow everything by going onto Fantasy Critics' website, finding our league, and I think you can just choose to follow it, and you'll get notifications and just be able to check it whenever you want. And you can see what we've been picking up.
Yeah, drop that in the comments
all
too.
Of that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, anything else before we sign off, Gabe?
Yes, I did want to call out one more thing. We have if you're like, oh, this looks kind of cool. I don't have anyone to play with. First, I would direct you to the Fantasy Critic Discord, because they have a great Discord there with lots of people, and they even have a whole little section for finding people to play this game with. So they have a sort of like looking for a league kind of thing. But we also do a separate league aside from this one, which we're going to do for our second year, which is our Patreon Fantasy Critic League. And yeah, we did that last year. It's a lot of fun. If we have more people this year, because there comes a point where like you can't have like 12 people doing this. It probably gets a little overwhelming, but there is a cool setting actually, which is that you can have a conference, and then you can kind of have it all under like one kind of thing, but then you have like multiple leagues. So yeah, so if you want to play some Fantasy Critic with us, consider joining our Patreon, even at the lowest tier of $1. You don't have to stay in the Patreon to stay in the Fantasy League. Like you could just pay $1 and then sign out later and keep playing with us. It's not a big deal. We just want to do something cool with people that choose to support us. So we'll be posting about that this week, so keep an eye out for that if you're watching that or if you're listening now or later. But yeah, that's about it.
All right, sweet. Sounds good. And Duke, I do want to give a quick shout out, now that you brought it up, to the championship of our Patreon league. Was here in the chat today. It was Jesse P. Big JDP in the chat during this draft.
That's true.
They won our championship, and ironically, I got second place. So.
Yes.
All right. With that, thank you guys for playing with us. Like I said at the beginning, I love that this is our 5th year, a big milestone. You guys make this so fun every year, and it is truly one of my favorite things that I do throughout the year. So thank you guys for doing it with us and for making it awesome. And we will catch you guys all on the next one. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.